Live. What's going on, everybody? I appreciate y'all coming over here to check out the channel. And how y'all doing? All the good stuff. So I got to do my little checkups real quick. But I hope y'all having a great day. It's a beautiful Friday. And we're about to talk about none other than Gil Arenas. You already know he going through his shit. He got everybody talking. The entire world is talking. And not just Gil Arenas. I was just watching a video of Gil Arenas. But we talking about Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier and a bunch of other guys who are in the NBA who've been caught up for stealing. And it's like, and stealing and gambling. Basically, they were snaking people in the gambling game. So it's kind of a looking upon as stealing because they were misleading these people. So they basically had a scam going. They making the people think that they playing sports with a NBA player, gambling with an NBA player, but the whole time, the whole arena, the whole room is bugged. They got cameras in the ground. They got fucking glasses on. They got a X-ray vision table that they playing on. Everything is rigged except for the people who know. The people who playing don't know. So that's really what the big old conversation is about. And everybody tripping on them because they get basically busted for being snakes, you know what I'm saying? And it's been going on for years. You know, the feds let you play shit out before they come smoking you. You know what I'm saying? Should they go to jail? That's a question I want to ask everybody. Should they take their stupid ass to jail? Because at the end of the day, these niggas is too rich to be this dumb. But, you know, because you're thinking that they're making money, you're going to be able to take care of yourself and your family in the future. But they not the brightest motherfuckers in the room because they went and found a way to be dealing with the police, dealing with jurisdictions, the jurisprudence, and the government. You know, they found a way to do it. And they not the brightest guys in the room, you know, because now you're going to be sitting your ass down. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back around this bitch. Anyway, so we got Terry Rozier and this nigga here, man, Chauncey Billups. They done fucked around and got themselves locked up, and both of them on the way out trying to fight their way out of jail, but they fucked up and because they was gambling and they was snaking niggas on the gambling side, lying, sneaking, snaking, and they got caught. And this time they went down and they went down for real. So the whole idea of sneaking and snaking some other people that's gamblers, I don't see how they thought that was gonna work. And then how the fuck is some NBA players running with the mob? Like that don't even make sense. Y'all niggas could have just been running with your homies from your hood you grew up in. But you bougie pussy ass niggas wanna not fuck with your niggas from your hood and your city you from. You rather fuck with some mafioso motherfuckers from Italy. And now you got your bitch ass in prison because you knew damn well you ain't no gangster, you ain't tough like that, you ain't from the block, you a fucking athlete. So the gangster white boys can just check you and punk your ass into doing what they want you to do because you really ain't tough like that no way. And now they got them up here probably threatening their life. Like, nigga, you better do it or we'll beat you and shoot the shit out you. We'll kill your sister. We'll kill your auntie, nigga. Fuck out of here. Do what the fuck we tell you to do. And they got to do it because they soft anyway. And so now, but how did they get into bed with them? Because, you know, normally these cultures don't mix. It's like, how did they get into bed with the damn mafia? It don't even make no sense. But the fact that they rich and the mob told them, like they said that this nigga only got $2,500 from one of the deals that he made, but you made $160 million in the NBA. So obviously they was threatening their life, and they was giving them the lowest money that they can give them, without them going to the government and tricking on them. So it just really feels crazy to see what's going on with them. But you know, it's the lifestyles they was living, man. They want that money. Let's see what they saying on the news.
Is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing.
Reverberations across the NBA, because here you have a sitting NBA head coach, a former Hall of Fame player that is arrested and involved in this, and Terry Rozier, an active player that has been arrested as well as part of sports gambling accusations, and it places at least 2 NBA careers here in.
I'm gonna tell on this. Wow! Use my video.
Where this all began, that's when, well, how much larger of a list.
What did Rachel Nichols do good? She used my video and she actually wrote that I possibly snitched. Oh, not Rachel. Listen, I'm gonna troll with the best of them. But to ask that question, because then it makes me really want to, like, first of all, 2 of the is gambling on NBA. One is throwing poker games and driving strings. Ain't got shit to do with me. I'm gonna tell on this. Wow, I'm just I'm gonna tell on him.
My initial thoughts when I heard this is that this might be the last 9 months have been the most snitching I've ever heard of. This might be the most snitching I've ever seen in life. I don't know. When did New Jack City come out, Cam?
91.
91?
Yeah.
And when did Sammy the Bull go? So I'm telling you, the snitch report. Shout out to my guy. You know what I'm saying?
So you see, it's funny than a motherfucker, and it's comical. But at the end of the day, these dudes, they put themselves in a real bad trick bag, because I mean, everybody know that NBA players are weak as hell. They pussy. They are not gangster. They ain't tough. They not like that. In order to make it in the NBA, you have to lead a hood. You have to excuse yourself from the block and be like, I'm going to hoop. And when niggas run down on you like, hey nigga, who the fuck is you? We finna beat your ass. Hey, I hoop. Oh, you hoop? Oh, who you hoop for? Oh, okay, you good. Go ahead. He hoop. Motherfuckers been giving you a pass since you was a shorty. So you could have been around your tough ass cousins. You could have been around your tough ass brothers or your tough ass uncles. But you was a hooper. So everybody was like, no, you good. You good. Go ahead, man. No, let him go, man. He a hooper, man. And that's how it is in the hood. I was a fucking hooper. I already know what it is. But I ain't play like professional and shit like that. It's just how you grew up in your hood. But these niggas was able to take it from just hooping in the hood and being a hooper to motherfucking going all the way to the motherfucking tip top to their fucking NBA players, like the best of the game, and getting millions of dollars. But inside that, these niggas is pussy. Cause you didn't do shit else. Like, you basically just hoop. You know, eventually you stop hooping and you get back to the hood, to the street life. Cause the older you get, you find new crews to run with. But these niggas didn't do that. They basically became actual NBA fucking superstar players in a fucking game. That let you know that they never been from the streets. So for you to get multi-millions of dollars, and you basically made it. You ain't got to go to no hood. You ain't got to be in no gang. And then you find yourself in cahoots with the mob, the mafia, the motherfuckers from TV, the goddamn Genovese family, the Columbos, all these motherfucking names that you hear about, the Bananos and shit. How the fuck some niggas get connected with them? But I tell you how they got connected with them. Because they soft. So them hunkies could come right to them and get in their face like, nigga, we'll do this to your bitch ass. But you ain't connected to the Crips. You ain't connected to the Bloods. You ain't connected to the Nation of Islam. You ain't connected to your fraternity or nothing like that. You just a dumbass nigga with a whole lot of money. So they can come over there to you easy and be like, look, nigga, you gonna start doing this. We see you like to gamble. We see you up here all the time. Every time we open, your ass coming in the door. So we're going to make a deal with you like this. We're going to have these people come and think that they're going to be gambling with you. You'll be throwing a gambling party. And when everybody sit down, You goddamn it, we gonna do our thing. But see, they probably didn't even know that the mob had all that technical shit that they was doing. They had X-ray tables, they had X-ray glasses, they had the cards can be read through a fucking through infrared and shit like that. They had all this high tech shit so that they could know who was gambling with them, so that they could find out how to hit them over the head and win that money. And that's where the black dudes came in, because you're a celebrity. It's like everybody like you big time. Whole time these niggas is getting scammed they damn self, because now the feds is on their back. If you notice, you ain't seen nothing about the mob. You ain't seen nobody face. You ain't seen no guy, no girl, no nothing. It's just a name. Yeah, but now no family. Well, if it's a family, it's a lot of people in there. Y'all can't find one person to put on the news. Nope, because they want the big fish. They want the big dudes. So they come at these two guys, the Tory Rozier, the Chauncey Billups. They got name quality. They came at them. And now you the face of this. And so your legacy is messed up. Your history, your being an NBA Hall of Famer, all of that shit's over with. Their whole careers is messed up, and they'll fuck around and go to prison for this dumb shit. That's how white people really get your ass. They'll fuck around and go to jail for real. And it'll be like, damn, them niggas actually went to jail for this shit. And you'll never know about the mob dudes. The mob boss guys is not gonna be caught up in this shit. They names ain't gonna be caught up in this shit. They definitely, their faces not gonna be caught up in this shit. They gonna live to go do this shit again another day. But those NBA players, they whole careers over. And if you know what'll end up probably happening is the people who actually played them, like that thought that they was coming to play with a celebrity, but they really was getting scammed, they gonna end up suing these NBA players and being like, I lost $30,000. And when I lost that $30,000, my wife left me. I ended up becoming gay. I started drinking real heavy. I started dating short people, midgets and shit. They gonna say, no, I want some money for what the fuck that did to me. You know what I'm saying? So now you sitting in the Fed prison because they locked you up and gave you a time frame, and now you got to fight the court case of a civil suit from jail, because that's what you did to yourself, fucking with the mob. So they gonna have to go in there and lie, or they gonna have to go in there and tell the truth and say, yo, they was threatening me. I was scared for my life. I didn't know who to contact. I wanted to tell the FBI. I had a 9 and a 1 hit on my phone all this time. Look how many times I had the 9. I took pictures every day that I had a 9 and a 1 hit on my phone. I was so tempted to call the police, but I thought they was gonna kill me and kill my cat and kill my dog and kill my frog. And you know I love my frog, so I was not finna let my frog die like that. So it's like they really put themselves in the trick bag. And see, to me, it's the lifestyle. See, I feel like if you're getting a check, let's say you're an NBA player and you're getting a check for $212,000 a month, every single month, right? You start playing, they said $110 million is your contract, whatever numbers they say. So every month, your check be 212, 212, 217, 193. Your check fat as hell. Every time you see a check, it's dumb. You looking at your check like, God damn, this my money? Just for hooping? Man, this ain't shit. I'm getting paid, man. So you getting $220,000 every month. And then all of a sudden, that check is switch up and that shit say $32,000. And you like, whoa, 30, that's all I got? And then you look at the letter and it say, this will be your last payment. And you sitting back like, oh, fuck. What about my 3 mansions? What about my 4 cars? What about my girlfriends who live in Dubai? My girlfriend who live in New York? Then somebody come to you and be like, look, I tell you how to get more money. And you like, well, what? Tell me, motherfucker. But we be doing this thing up in gambling and shit. No, and they need a celebrity. They need a celebrity. If they had a celebrity like you could at least make this, that, and the third. Talking about them niggas made $2,500 a game. Now, if you under NBA contract for $130, $160 million, and somebody hand you something for $2,500 for some shit you did, you're gonna feel like that was a waste of your damn time. Like, I'm worth more. My damn draws cost $2,500. And this motherfucker sit up here and get $2,500. That's why you'll be able to tell the feds that you was threatened. Because nobody that's worth $100 million is going to take a $2,500 payment for shit. And that's why you able to say, look, they was threatening my life. They gave me the lowest money that they can give me, thinking I'm not going to tell. I don't know what the fuck they going to say. But at the end of the day, these niggas in the trick bag. Because y'all running with the mob. And the mob is like some scary motherfucking individual. Like you ain't never seen like a kid movie mobs and shit. Like you don't never see like a friendly rom-com with the mob. Like it's very rare that they would mix those things. Most times if you see the mob, they trying to kill somebody, fuck somebody up, take over a location, take over a casino. Like they whole life be not what is normal. And they be rich. Like so you be walking around like seeing white people and being like, could that be a mob motherfucker right there? Like you see an Italian motherfucker and be like, that gotta be a mob off nigga right there, even though they might not be. But my whole point about it is that these guys got in a bed with the mafia and they really just dudes from America. And can you imagine these niggas having to deal with going to the motherfucking jail and shit? You a big ass, rich ass, $100 million nigga, and then they got you locked up that night in the jail building. You got to start talking to motherfuckers about a riot, and then that bitch like, hey boy, you better choose your side, nigga. Hey, you Crip or you Blood? You gotta let me know, cause it's gonna be a riot in this bitch. You like, hold on, hold, wait. I only been in this bitch 7 hours, man. What the fuck? I can't choose no. I'm not in no gang. I ain't never been in no gang. What y'all talking about? Crip, Blood? What the fuck is going on? Look, man, you in here now. And it's real. You gotta choose your motherfucking gang because it's gonna be a fucking riot in this bitch. They're passing out knives. You like, hold on, what? Knives? God, okay, you know what? Okay, I'm a Blood. I'm a Blood. Oh, you a Blood? Okay, well, you gotta go over there. You like, oh, fuck it, man. Let me walk over here. You go over there to be like, damn, you chose to be a Blood like us? Damn, that was the wrong fucking choice, nigga. The Crips, it's 2,000 Crips. There's only 9 of us in here. God damn, man, hand him a knife. And you in this bitch with this my knife? Like, yeah. So when we go to lunch, you gotta keep it up your butt. Keep it up my butt? What the fuck y'all talking about? That's you wanna get some more charges on you? Don't you wanna go home? That's how we keep the knives. And it's a fucking knife as long as this goddamn bottle of water. You like, man, nah, hell no. You on the phone with your lawyer that day, like, get me the fuck, whoever you gotta talk to, get me out this bitch. I can't be in no fucking gang war. I don't know what the fuck these niggas talking about in this damn jail. I need to be out ASAP. That's the trick bag you put yourself in. Meanwhile, the mob bosses that you're running with, they on the streets, they chilling, they going to their kids' recitals and shit, just like in the movie. Them motherfuckers going to motherfucking christenings of babies and shit like that. They living a life. Like, they don't have that same psychology situation. All they do is hear you fucked up, and then they go send the people to come visit your ass. And these boys know that. Them NBA players know that the mob niggas ain't playing with them. So it's like you got, and they could have went into the feds and to somebody, but they was either too scared or they was in on that shit too. And that's why they locked up, because I think they was in on that shit too. That's just my opinion. I'm not believing them niggas was scared for their life. Nah, hell no. Y'all niggas was in on that. Because anybody scared for their life, you gonna trick eventually. Or you gonna be on some nigga, fuck that. I don't give no fuck what y'all do to me. Bitch, you better do it, motherfucker. You ain't gonna be just sitting there letting them niggas threaten you and tell you how much they gonna do some shit to you. And if you do this, they gonna hurt your family. Ain't no nigga, that's TV. Ain't nobody finna sit around like that. The nigga on the phone with you gonna trick him. You gonna be like, hey, I just wanna talk, man. I'm sorry. Whatever I did, look, I'm gonna pay you. Let me just give you what I got. And as soon as he come around, you up in the goddamn bat upside his motherfucking head like, bitch, who the fuck you talking about you gonna do shit to my family, nigga? So it's like, that's more likely how it go. It don't really go like, no, we gonna get you and you gonna kill you. You be like, okay, I'm sorry. It don't really go like that. Somebody trying they gonna hurt you, they gonna kill you. Then you trying to figure out a way to get close to him or her so that you can exact your pain on their ass. You ain't gonna just sit back and take it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, these dudes is crazy, man. They put themselves in a big trick bag, fucking around out here with the mob. Who wanted to think that they could be, you know, I couldn't even imagine fucking with the mob. It's just not even a smart move, because these are people who don't have to follow no rules. And anything they do to you, they don't know, they're not going to be brought to justice about it. So as soon as you get in the room with them, it's like, hell no, I'm cool. And they like, you better do it. I ain't doing shit. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. I'm actually blind. I can't. So you want a blind nigga to do it for you? I can't see nothing. So I mean, because being in the bed with them was real stupid. Because now you sitting up in the feds. Come on, imagine that. You in the feds. You got money like a mom. Nigga didn't won an NBA title. You got stupid money. Fans. People love you. Like, you know, we've been watching you. Like, I'm thinking to myself, you could have just stayed in your hood and gang banged and drug dealed and hustled up. You could have just stayed where you from. Why would you come all the way until now to be a gangster? Why would you wait until after the NBA time to be a running with the thugs and shit? And then you ain't even running with black thugs. You running with the mob boss. Like, you got no history with these niggas. You ain't grow up with them. Your daddy wasn't a mob boss. You didn't have no uncle that was a mob boss. They just basically talking to you because you're rich. Because if you was a regular black man, they not finna come do no deal with you about shit. They not finna pop up and be like, yo, hey, we saw you. We want to do a deal with you. They gonna look at you and say, man, get this motherfucker away from me. You black. Get the fuck out of here. So, but you got your NBA title, NBA name, NBA credibility. And so they went and tried to use that as some stepping stone around the mob. And you see what happened. The mob name ain't even on the news. Just they black ass name is on the news. So it just show you what it is, man. And they can't get out of this because the feds, they probably got it like they be having it, and you will hear about it later in the future. But they probably got a couple of them mob bosses that's gonna turn state's evidence on them. And then they get to be on some, since they life on the line, we don't get to tell you who their names are. We don't get to reveal none of their faces. And this guy who is the NBA player, he got a lot of resources, so he can get retaliation. So we just gonna keep their names hidden. And the whole time, this was your buddy you thought you was cool with. And he is the one that was in the mob. He the one who talked about the mob. He the one who told you all the mob stories you said you know. But you was doing some kind of conniving shit with him in white people's eyes. And now you going to jail for it. And these niggas is ex-NBA players, ain't fought a goddamn nothing. They ain't had to swing their arms in no capacity. They ain't probably had a fight since they was teenagers. And now you got to go to jail with the gangsters. And hopefully, because they let them have a bond and get them out, but that tells me that they told. If you get a bond that fast, that means that as soon as they arrested them, they started telling, they started singing right away, like, yo, no, what happened was these guys, I met them over here this date, and this is the incident, just the information. I was scared for my life. They started doing that right away. And then you still got to hope the government takes that, because just because you start snitching and telling shit, they'll be like, well, I don't give a fuck what you saying. Old boy started snitching first. So, well, you the motherfucking big wig we trying to take down. We don't give a fuck about what you got in here to say. No, I ain't the big wig. It was them. And they came this day, and here go my records to show it. They like, nope, you ain't called the police on their ass. You ain't make it seem like it was no threat to your life. You didn't make no posts on the internet saying, help me. Nigga, fuck what you got to say. You taking your ass to jail. And the whole time, the mob nigga get to sit back and be like, I'm so scared for my life. They're millionaires, and I'm just a regular old dude. Knowing his ass connected to the mob family, but they'll give his ass the fullest extent of the law, and they'll throw the extent of the law at your ass. But they supposed to be smarter than that. And I guess their whole point is they're going to say, I didn't know it was happening. I had no idea. How would I know that they was doing that? I was just there for gambling. I ain't know shit. And the motherfucker's going to go in there and say, we told this motherfucker every time we sent out a group message to everybody saying another one bites the dust, whatever the fuck they was saying, and they're going to be able to prove that that nigga was definitely, and both of the niggas was connected to this shit, that they knew what was happening, that they knew what was going on, and that they fucking around lying, trying to act like they didn't. That no, you knew exactly what we was doing. The whole play was to get these motherfucking Vicks up here, get their ass playing. You just smile and kick it, but you wear the glasses because you know the glasses gonna be able to tell you what their hands got. And you do this and you do the steps that we told you to do, and everybody work out. We give you a couple dollars at the end of these games. But if you made $160 million, could somebody give you $2,500 to do some shit to put yourself in jail? Or would you say that's not enough money? I at least need $2.5 million. You can't give me $2,500, and I already got a $160 million contract. That's some shit I'm not gonna take. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. I appreciate y'all coming to check us out. Look, I'm gonna have the playlist that's gonna play right above this video right here. You'll be able to see all of the 2 times 2 real shows. And I'll be back to you guys with another show about something just as dope as this conversation. And let me know in the comment section what you think about, should these guys go to jail for what they did by getting caught by the feds for being gambling NBA players? Do they need prison behind what they did? Let me know what you think. I appreciate y'all checking us out, and we'll see you in the